Oh, the playoffs, district semifinals. We head to the boys bracket. Glacier Peak Grizzlies, the #1 seed, takes on the Vikings from Lake Stevens. They make it to this game with their win last night over Jackson, 65-44. Scott Ohsman, Johnny Mack back in the booth, John McClain, and also the Wedge, Ron Henthorn here, live from Snohomish High School. Johnny, what's up?
When did we come up with the reverb, man? I guess I've been gone too long.
You're the only one who can hear it. It's only in your head.
That was awesome.
Just like the tunes, Johnny Mack. Always going in your head. There it's back.
No.
Sounds like we're going to start talking about monster trucks.
Glad you're back, Johnny.
Happy to be here.
Lake Stevens coming in 7-7, Wesco 4A, 10-11 overall, GP 12-2. Stumbling down the last portion of the season, 17-3 overall. At last, lost by Jackson, and also Ron and I were there at Monroe High School for that loss to Monroe.
Yeah.
So Glacier Peak, it's hard to say if they're playing their best basketball right now, Ron Henthorn.
Well, they lost to Jackson in that game we were on, and I expected Jackson to probably take Lake Stevens here last night, and I'm surprised we didn't have a Jackson girls boys back-to-back game here. But it's Lake Stevens, the survivor, and we'll see what they can do against the Grizzlies tonight.
Remember now, boys, these guys are 17, 18 years old. It's high school basketball. Anything can happen.
It can happen. And Vikings coming off of back to a game last night again, a big win for them to take Jackson on. So I don't know. Do you think they're fatigued, John, or you think they can survive the night and get back in this one?
I think they can survive. Just got to pull it together. Also, these kids recuperate fast. You give them 2 nights off and they're good to go.
But they only
it's
have
not like me.
1 night off.
I need a week.
Yeah. Well,
sometimes more.
Easily.
Getting ready for the introductions of our starting lineups. Tonight, you see Lake Stevens, the Vikings. Head coach Mark Hine, he's been there, I think 14 years is the tenure there of Coach Hine, done a very good job. They played each other just a few weeks ago, actually not even that long, 69-58. Glacier Peak with a victory. And for Lake Stevens, you want to watch out for #2, Ryder Kavanaugh, the 6'1 junior, averaging 22 plus a game. He is dynamic and fun to watch. His partner in crime, the 6'4 senior Trey Pavitt, number 34. Those two do a lot of work. And if you can stop those two, generally you're okay. And the supporting cast, we'll talk more about it, but there is Ryder Kavanaugh coming in your screen, introducing to our officials tonight.
I would think you'd only need to stop one of them.
Well, that is the case. They stopped him for the first half mostly. As you see, Austin Petts, the Wizard, #2, coming in along with Noah Wallace, the 5'10 senior, number 14. Markel McFerrin being introduced. There is Justin Purcell. He had 23 in the victory against Lake Stevens. The left-hander, the senior there's Markel as well. Markel had foul trouble in the previous meeting for Glacier Peak, and there's Seaver Southard, number 10, the 6'3 senior.
The 3-ball shooter.
24 there, Wyatt Wahlberg, a 6'3 senior, in the purple jerseys for Lake Stevens. There's Evan Manis, the sophomore, who got 3 starts towards the end of the year, as there's 35 big Trey Pavitt, the 6'4 senior for Lake Stevens. But Evan Manis working his way into the starting lineup, and we'll see what happens tonight. We'll be back with more on the tip. Glacier Peak Lake Stevens as Bobby Martin is introduced.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Live streaming from Snohomish High School here, the gym of the Panthers you see on the floor. Home to the 4A Wesco District games today. Scott Ohsman, Ron Henthorn, and Johnny McLean. Johnny Mack in the house.
Hey, running the show down there on the floor, we got Kevin Erickson in a black and white shirt, followed with Todd Weber and Rod Neefer. Going to run this show tonight. Going to call it pretty tight, they said, but going to try to call it even.
That's always the goal.
Who is going to play Monroe for the championship? And Pavitt comes up with the jump, and Nola Wallace there will lead it off. There's Kavanaugh.
GP man-to-man.
Behind the back, there's McFerrin. Or excuse me, Markel McFerrin. Yes, he's got a younger brother as well on the team.
Seaver Southern trying to set it up at the top of the key here.
Martin. Not there.
3-2 zone from Lake Stevens.
Just started the
Of course,
first.
they were packing it in.
That's right. Here's Noah. Tough shot there. Martin comes away with it. GP in the white jerseys. Evan Manis over Seaver Southern. Deadly from three land.
Not even looking at it yet, though.
Not quite. Always a question. There's Purcell, the senior, the crafty left-hander. Austin Petz.
Everybody just looking to get warmed up right now. A few runs up and down the court, get the heart pumping.
10 on the shot clock. Purcell from the elbow.
Amazing.
Boom.
That was pretty.
Something about playing kids in purple uniforms. Justin Purcell had 23. Like I said, he likes playing Lake Stevens.
Need to send him over and put him at Wazoo.
Tied up at 2. That's right. It's a good call. Kavanaugh.
The runner, not going to happen. Martin with the board.
Here comes Pets.
Seaver thinks about it. Martin wants a second try at 3. Short. Rebound Manis. Back are the Grizzlies. Brian Hunter, the head coach, in his 9th year for Glacier Peak.
Manis not looking that tall, but that kid's 6'4".
Martin loses the handle.
Got to take it with you.
Wallace, the benefactor, as they head down.
GP still man switching a lot, though.
And there's Ryder.
Loses the handle.
Quick step.
Not quick enough.
As Austin Petz, they switched up during their last meeting on Kavanaugh. Sometimes Seaver Southern would take him, sometimes Austin Petz. Purcell, fadeaway jumper, and Purcell picking up where he left off in their 69-58 win.
4-2, GP on top.
5:05 left to go in the first quarter. Pavitt.
Making him go left. Oh,
Yeah.
nudged him. Gave him a little shoulder.
He got a little jump on Evan, and Evan had to bump him.
Well, he opened up too much, gave him too much on the left-hand side, trying to force him that direction, but you can't give him that much.
Foul before the shot. Wallace trying to inbound, and it's the backboard is another defender, and it'll be Glacier Peak ball. Austin Petz.
Everybody chips in on defense, Scott.
Including the backboard.
Purcell so far doing it all. Manis.
That was a classic Sumner bounce pass right at his feet.
Evan Manis, the old head fake too to go along with it. That's a throwback right there, Johnny Mack.
It's just good play.
Wahlberg going to get called player control, or as we like to say, speaking of old school, a good old-fashioned charge.
Yeah. They had to go and change all the terms, didn't they?
Of course. Glacier Peak up 6-2. 4:14 left to go in the first quarter. Seeing who's going to play Monroe. Purcell wide open. There's Austin Petz.
Nice pass.
With the old skip bounce right into the heart.
We got a quick timeout from Lake Stevens.
Mark, yes. We'll take one, too. Back right after this.
When you shop at Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, you not only find what you need, we make sure you get the help you need too. Hi, this is Gray Eaglestead, and I own Lake Stevens Ace Hardware with my wife, Christine.
We'll greet you at the door and answer any questions you have about what you need. We're all about serving our customers and our community.
We support local high school sports and many other Lake Stevens organizations and events throughout the year.
So the next time you need something for that job around the house and a little friendly advice, come see us.
Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, we are the helpful hardware folks.
Ace is the place with the
Just the opening quarter here. 4:08 left to go. Lake Stevens with a timeout. Glacier Peak up 8-2. It's all Justin Purcell so far. Noah Wallace trying to get him going here. Wahlberg inside Pavitt is a huge key to their machine. Kavanaugh running baseline, runs out of room. Pavitt from the free throw line. Kavanaugh Wahlberg had a hand on it. Here comes Glacier Peak one more time.
Wahlberg had a hand on it, but he brought it down and handed it to Petz.
Yeah.
Can't just give it to him. He'll take it every time. Pop that. Oh.
Purcell, Martin running around. 13 on the shot clock.
Petz doesn't want that shot from the top of the key, does he?
He actually 36%. There's a rare shot, a deuce try there by Petz, and it's going to go Lake Stevens Vikings ball. Markel McFerrin throwing it in there to Wallace. Be interesting to see the two defenses here as we progress in the ball game.
GP still all man with a lot of switching though, and jumping too.
Kavanaugh trying to get it to McFerrin.
GP, every time there's a pick set, they're jumping the picks, right? Trying to slow things down.
And it's working.
.248 left to go in the first quarter here at Snohomish High School. There's the first three by Seaver, and he gets it to go. Seaver Southard.
Yeah, Stevens in a strange 3-2 because they're not doing anything with those three guys up top, right? They should be all over the Glacier Peak guards.
Steele, Petz, Purcell.
Oh, got fouled.
Purcell took one to the noggin there.
Messed up his hair, I think.
And an almost assist by Petz there. Nice little bounce pass again, Johnny. As I said, you haven't seen those for a while.
I love me a good bounce pass.
McLaurin there with the foul is Purcell. At the stripe. Didn't play varsity much at all last year. Justin Purcell getting plenty of time. He hits that as well. And Justin Purcell.
He's making up for it.
My goodness. Now Kavanaugh averages 22. He had 20 in the earlier loss, like we said. So he's going to get his. Tremendous player. Quick release.
Kavanaugh going to have to be careful, though, with those passes, not grabbing onto the ball with two hands, right? Just with a one-hand pass. Petz is going to start picking that stuff off.
Back out now, Derek Myers in the ball game, the 6'3" junior, number 5. There's Kavanaugh, back out to Myers. Ryder. This time he finds the bucket. The bottom, rather, and he's going to also try again from the charity stripe. Foul on Petz, his first. Team's second, 2 apiece. Kavanaugh swishes.
Have we seen him miss free throw yet?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Now they start in the press.
Ooh, be careful.
And Martin just muscling against Pavitt. Those are two big fellas.
What's he calling, though?
Called a foul on 34. Pavitt.
Trey Pavitt, 6'4" senior. He's had a heck of a season. Martin, 3-ball corner pocket.
Just a tiny bit of rim on that one.
16-5, 129 left to go in the first quarter. Glacier Peak, a big flurry here. There's Trey.
Not going to drop. GP ball 16-5 right now. GP just a swarming.
Not getting much inside against that press, but they're sure hitting
Now
that
Stevens
outside.
man-to-man.
Oh,
Try
are.
something new.
Evan Manis, the sophomore, swatted out of bounds by the senior Pavitt.
24.
Wahlberg comes back in the ball game. Farron takes a seat. Purcell with the gimme off the rim. And Dominic McLaurin there tried to get it to his teammate, but Austin Pett's always in the way of something.
And
We should start calling him the wedge.
He is the wedge.
Referee took a shot to the side of the
Yeah.
knee there, too.
Yeah. That was Kevin Erickson. He had to call a foul. He got hurt.
3 team fouls apiece. Just the closing minute here of the first quarter. McLaurin trying to get it to Ryder Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh frustrated.
He wanted a bounce pass out in front of him.
Too hot to handle.
Well, it was right at his head. It's difficult from the side, right?
Glacier Peak trying to get back down, get to the dome 2 years ago.
30 seconds left. We're going to wait for the last shot here. 19-18 on the shot clock.
Out of districts.
Stevens in a 3-2 zone, though.
And I was telling, we did the game, Lake Stevens, Glacier Peak, and they ran that 3-2, but they were rotating, almost over-rotating. 10 seconds, Seaver with an air ball, McLaurin with the rebound.
It's only got 6 seconds to get a shot off.
They will.
3, Kavanaugh, floater.
16-7, first quarter.
Back with the second after this, district basketball on STSPN.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi ductless heat pumps allow you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. Because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com.
When you shop at Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, you're not only find what you need, we make sure you get the help you need too. Hi, this is Gray Eaglestead, and I own Lake Stevens Ace Hardware with my wife Christine.
We'll greet you at the door and answer any questions you have about what you need. We're all about serving our customers and our community.
We support local high school sports and many other Lake Stevens organizations and events throughout the year.
So the next time you need something for that job around the house and a little friendly advice, come see us.
Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, we are the helpful hardware folks.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
We start the second period. Scott Ohsman, Ron the Wedge, Henthorne, and Johnny McLean. Johnny Mack here with you from Snohomish High School, the Keith Gilwilson Senior Fitness Center to be exact, on the campus of Snohomish High School. Glacier Peak 16-7 lead over Lake Stevens. Austin Petts hands it off to Seaver Southard with 7:43 here in the second quarter.
Stevens now going man-to-man. That's a good call. At least change it up, right? That 3-2 was not producing.
Southard just rolls out. Kavanaugh with the rebound. Wahlberg drives, and they're going to get him with a foul.
Push.
Dominic McLaurin they called it on, right? Yeah.
Oh, that was on. Okay.
Well, away from the ball, it was a
McLaurin.
blocking foul. Yeah.
McLaurin's second foul. It's Lake Stevens' 4th team foul. Had an unbelievable first boys game. Monroe and Kamiak went into overtime. Purcell the double down low. Martin with a rebound. Wahlberg comes up with it.
Couple opportunities there that did not pay off for the Grizzlies.
Yep, those are the ones you want.
Pavitt from 3.
That is not a classic-looking shot.
And quickly down, they'll call traveling. Kevin Erickson pausing that. And Brian Hunter wants a quick timeout, and so will we. No. Is that Lake Stevens? Either way, we'll be back right after this.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi ductless heat pumps allow you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. Because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at
Lake Stevens, the
gsheating.com.
Vikings. Got it now within 6. Trey Pavitt with a big 3 on the last time down. Gets the rock on the block. Too much. Martin with the rebound. Here comes Glacier Peak and Austin Petz.
Pavitt with a pretty big push there, too, as he was going to the hole. I'm surprised he didn't call for an offensive foul there.
They're letting some of that stuff go.
Petz thinks about the 3s. 36% from 3.
Well, they're just giving it to
Doesn't
him.
try too many. 2 for 8 coming in. Here's, yes, Wallace.
The Glacier Peak fans are going crazy over there trying to help out. Some more noise than the band makes.
Kavanaugh drives to the paint, tries to jumper off the glass. Markell back up.
Martin with the board.
Couple of tough misses for the Vikings on that.
Martin tries to crash through 2 defenders. 6-point lead for GP. 5:25 left to go in this first half. Petz directing traffic. Shot clock down to 12. Purcell.
Nope.
And Pavitz with a strong rebound there.
I think that's going to go against Bobby Martin.
Pavitt probably about the strongest kid on the floor right now by the looks of it.
That is against Bobby Martin.
He probably wouldn't make a bad wrestler.
No. Glacier Peak fans getting into it.
Glacier Peak hasn't scored this quarter.
Wallace.
Nice move by Wallace.
Great cut to the lane.
Big hop there. Not a travel, though.
16-12. Lake Stevens making their way back in. They're just tempting Petz to take a 3.
Tempting him to shoot it all.
He's only got a 10 or 15 footer when he moves in there.
Seaver's not shy.
Not at all. That was a long ball, too.
His second 3 of the night.
That was a pro three-pointer.
Pavitt, turnaround Jay. And Trey Pavitt starting to heat up.
Man, it's going to have to get a hand in his face. Not worry about the ball, just put it right on top of his nose.
Triple try for Martin. Here comes Kavanaugh. 1-on-4. Spins, gets it out. Doesn't like it.
I thought
Wahlberg.
Not going to drop. Rebound Martin. Nice.
Martin.
With a nice move.
Way to keep your feet.
Bobby.
Oh,
Too much off the glass.
Get a lot of contact on those, and they're not calling any fouls on those shots. So
Kavanaugh. Haven't thought about the three one more time. Wahlberg. Right hand. He
offensive.
calls an offensive foul, and he can't believe it.
I can't believe it. He's saying count the basket. No.
His second for the senior. The great looking drive and finish. To no avail. Still 19-14, 3:06 left to go in this second quarter. Playing to win this one and playing the championship on the 16th against the Monroe Bearcats, who won in overtime over Kamiak. Call off the ball, and they're going to get, looks like Bobby Martin.
Somebody throwing a little elbow there. Notice the
no.
man-to-man been producing a lot more for Lake Stevens, though.
It's a good call. It is Noah Foreman newly in the ball game, the sophomore. Number 25, another substitution here as Austin Pett sits down. Bo Burns, the 6'2 junior.
2:50 left to go in the second period.
Give the boys a rest.
Kavanaugh working hard. Not getting what he wants either. Seaver, long bullet pass. Martin has to save it.
He did.
Almost got a timeout called by the coach.
Backing down, turnaround, Seaver. Zone rebound, but there's a whistle. It's going to go back to Lake Stevens.
I think it's going to go against Seaver, too. Yep.
I don't know. I didn't think Seaver was in on that.
He pushed off after his shot.
First on Southern. Now Glacier Peak at 16 fouls. Lake Stevens with 5. 2:19 left to go in this first half.
I still don't agree with that call. Seaver's too crafty to get called for something like that.
Deep Myers.
Oh, same team, boys.
There's again another rebound by Bobby Martin. He is a rebounding machine.
It's the hair.
Absolutely, there's no doubt. Entry over 2 defenders to Seaver. A whistle before, though.
A holding foul.
The only better hair here tonight is Cedric Jones.
That's right, he's on the bench right now. Noah Wallace first foul. It evens him up. Team foul 6-6. Purcell out top. Right back to Martin.
Oh, loses it.
Can get a foul call against number 15, I think.
He's going to the line. Get some.
Ooh, Ryder Kavanaugh gets the foul, number 2.
Kavanaugh.
Get some gratis buckets.
His first foul, rather. Bobby Martin, 66% on the season from the stripe.
1-1, he gets another one. Don't leave, boys.
Very excited.
They are. I would be. Get to play basketball?
1:47 left. Bobby hits the second.
And they get to play without being worried about getting hurt.
That's right.
It's just not even a thought that they have.
Dominic McLaurin takes a seat. Back in. McFerrin, here's Myers, deep 3, taunts it. Martin with another rebound.
So far, the Vikings have outscored the Grizzlies in this second period, but haven't quite closed it all the way yet.
Foreman over to Burns. Different lineup here than the starters. Purcell started hot as he was in the earlier game. He's got 8 so far as there's a foul. And that's going to be on Myers.
He's in the trough again right now. He'll peak again in a while.
First on him. Purcell hits it.
They're all free, Johnny. It should make them, right?
That's right. And they do.
Have you seen one missed yet?
I have
Lefty. 10 points, his last 4 from that free throw line. Wallace trying to get something going. 23-14, 1:06 left to go in the first half.
Kids better be careful. If nobody misses free throws, they'll back that line up.
Bo Burns with a swat. Wallace took it deep. Burns getting a lot of playing time 3/4 of the way in the season, then kind of lost some minutes to Manis. Noah Foreman slips there, and he'll get a travel, the sophomore.
Well, Bo Burns giving away 2 inches to Manis, so makes a difference if you both can jump about the same amount.
38 seconds left. Lake Stevens here. Wallace into Pavitt, back out.
20 seconds.
15 on the shot clock. Myers one more time. Trey underneath.
Good position. Good cut.
7 so far for the senior Trey Pavitt. 5 seconds left. 2. Deep 3.
Oh, not going to drop. Close, though.
That's how we'll end the first half. 23-16. Stay with us for halftime. We'll have some statistics, maybe a special guest, Johnny Mack. You just never know. A lot of celebs in the crowd tonight.
There are.
Absolutely, including yourself. Second half of this 4A boys district semifinal coming up on STSPN. All right. Halftime here. GP up 23-16 over Lake Stevens. Our guest, the head coach for the Snohomish Panthers, is your home gym here. Jim Wilson, good to see you, man.
Thank you. It's great to be at this game.
Congratulations again on that coaching job. I know it means a lot to you. You played here. You're such a huge part of the community, your family. I mean, it goes on and on. I know this year probably didn't work out how you wanted it to, but you know, you had eyes wide open. You know what you're getting into, and I'm sure the kids will have a great off season, and you'll get them even better next year.
Yeah, I mean, we're excited to get our off season started, and it was a good year. The kids worked hard, and we had some ups and downs, but it was a good year.
You've been teaching basketball in this part of the city for so long. You know a lot of, obviously last year, the JV coach and working with Brian, and who you've known for years. Talk about, did you think this GP boys team had this type of options or this type of talent to get this far?
Yeah, I mean, they're a talented group. I had a lot of these kids last year and the year before, and they went 20-0 the last 2 seasons for me. So they're talented, confident, play hard, play great defense, play together. They do everything that a successful team does.
It's great to see. I mean, kids like Justin Purcell, I mean, he did not get a lot of varsity minutes, if any, last year. You probably know better than I would.
Yeah.
You know, Pets, I call Austin Pets the wizard. You know, he bounces up a couple times, but really most of the year was on JV, right?
Yeah.
So it's neat to see these seniors who, and that's what happens at Glacier Peak, they work and work, sometimes even their junior year, but it's neat to see these kids get a shot and take advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, they work so hard, and they got such a good program. It's competitive practice. Kids get, I mean, even in practice, they compete like crazy. So they do get better, and when they get their opportunity, they want to make the most of it, and they do a great job with that. And Purcell, you know, he had 2 great years for me, and he's smart. I mean, he can shoot the ball. He's tough to guard because he's long, and he rebounds the ball well. And Pets is just an unbelievable guard who makes sound decisions and finds guys when they're open and selfless.
Brian Hunter, head coach for Glacier Peak, always jokes with me, you know, they bait Austin to shoot a 3 or even shoot. And he says, hey, bring him out. He's 36% from three-point line. He's tried one tonight, a couple of them. He's so dynamic, and that's what a lot of defenses, you say, they just slough off, you know, they back off.
Yeah.
How would you play him?
You kind of got to back off him because he honestly is not the best shooter on the team, but that's not his strength. So playing off him makes him have to look at the ball, shooting it a little bit, and it allows you to help on other guys some. So I think Lake Stevens is smart doing what they're doing. I mean, make him shoot the ball a little bit, and obviously he's been open and he hasn't hit a couple, so he's going to be a little bit tight. But he definitely can find people in the open court. And
quickly, for many who don't know, you had one of the biggest, I guess, off-season grabs in getting John Brockman on your staff. How did that happen?
He contacted one of my assistants during the summer, and they saw each other, I think at the farmer's market, honestly, and he said, hey, would you guys be interested in having a guy help you? And obviously that's a for sure yes. He's such a good grab. I mean, he's a quality guy. Yeah. He's played and got a ton of knowledge for the game, so we were super lucky to pick him up.
And I'm sure the kids, there's a legend of Jim Wilson, of course, in Snohomish, but John Brockman, you know, his jersey's hanging down in the hall over here. So talk about, you know, you always want the kids to listen. You probably don't have to work that hard to get them to listen to Coach Brockman now.
No, I mean, it's tough not to listen to John. He's got so much experience at such a high level, and he's such a good guy, and he talks to the kids, and he's so personable. He's excellent with them.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for coming on. Congratulations again on that head coaching job. I know it's not your first, but I think the future is much brighter for Snohomish Panther basketball, and we'll get back here and appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, have a good one. Jim Wilson, head coach of Snohomish High School, the Pants of the Boys. Unfortunately, their season ends last night, but Jim nice enough to come on. We'll be back with the second half of this one, Glacier Peak and Lake Stevens, right after this.
Know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Back here, second half. Glacier Peak, Lake Stevens Vikings trying to see who's going to move to that championship game on the 16th of February at Everett Community College. We will have that streaming live right here, none other than STSPN.com. Scott Ohsman, Ron Henthorn, and Johnny McLean.
Everett Community College, that's a nice facility up there, too.
Really is.
Well, let's see what happened at halftime here in the locker room, because Vikings outscored the Glacier Peak Grizzlies in the second period 9-7, but that didn't make up for the 16-7 first period. So see what happens here, and there's the first two for the Vikings.
McFerrin with a great dish from Trey Pavitt puts it in.
Pavitt barely able to squeak that ball through there, though. That was a dangerous pass.
Pets right through the wickets, and Purcell.
That's the way we started the first period, isn't it?
Yep.
12 for Justin Purcell. First year varsity player, Justin Purcell. Seven-point lead for Glacier Peak, just the start of the third quarter.
What we got going on here with the Glacier Peak defense, John?
Just man-to-man.
McFerrin right. Shot clock was at 10. Leaving Pets alone. Backdoor Southern. One more time.
Gets fouled. He was wanting to get fouled that first time, but he didn't.
Didn't get it called anyway. Blue 23.
Markel McFerrin, his first foul tonight. Seaver Southern, front rim.
That's a miss. Too close. Back him up. He didn't have to stand right at the line.
80% on the season from the stripe is Kevin Erickson giving him some constructive criticism in the apparel department, it looks like. I'm not sure what he was doing there. He had a lot to tell him, though.
He was telling him, shake it off. Hit the next one.
Southern hits that. 7 for the senior.
Just building him up a little bit.
Wallace with the ball for Lake Stevens, the Vikings. Trying to make their way to the championship game. The loser, it's a double elimination tournament. Backdoor bounce pass.
Off.
Pet sees it coming.
Running.
The Wizard, McManus.
Oh,
lays
that's
it
sweet.
Nice and soft. I thought there was going to be a foul or a rejection in there somewhere, but.
Back up to a 10-point lead. Ryder Kavanaugh quiet with 5 in the first. Can't get that one. Manis and Pavitt, like you talk, two big bodies are flying.
That ball bounced off of Manis's head, I think.
Ball will stay with Lake Stevens.
He was trying to score a goal.
He was.
That's a different sport, John.
Yes, it is. I wouldn't want to hit my head on a basketball, let alone a soccer ball.
Pavitt, contested three, his second of the night. 10 for Pavitt, keeping him in it.
No fear there. Back into 3-2.
Not pressing very hard, though.
No, they are relaxing. It's a lazy 3-2. They're packing it in.
Southern wide right that time. Pavitt backs the youngster down. Lefty taking him to school. Trey Pavitt with 12.
Manis can't let him push him backwards.
Alley-oop, Martin, the Wizard, finds him above the rim.
Back and forth.
Glacier Peak likes that alley-oop shot.
That's been a standard play for years.
Ryder Kavanaugh 17 on the shot clock. Wahlberg looking for cutters. Kavanaugh now. 7 on the shot clock. McFerrin used up a lot of clock, came away empty. Bobby Martin, and he goes hard to the hardwood on a 25-yard pass play there from Austin Petz. Led him a little too much.
That would have been a touchdown, though. He brought it in. That was a reception.
2 feet down. My goodness.
A reception and a charging call.
It was a foul on Bobby Martin, 2 fouls on the junior. 4:09 left in the third quarter here. Meyer now in the ball game. Derek Meyer's number 5. Here's Trey Pavitt. 16 on the shot clock. McLaurin back in. Easy bucket there. Nice find below there for Ryder Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh able to get rid of that really quick. He didn't want to get caught down underneath the bucket with the ball.
5-point lead now for Glacier Peak. Seaver Southern, can he stretch it? He can.
And we get a timeout.
He missed the last one, but it didn't stop him from shooting.
No. 33-25.
3:36. More coming up.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi ductless heat pumps allow you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. Because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Seaver Southern, to say he likes the 3 ball, I think is understating it.
Yes.
As he hits that one. Coming into tonight, gentlemen, he's 45 for 127 attempts from beyond the arc.
I like that percentage. Keep shooting, Seaver.
It is the set shot we've all been watching for a long time, and it goes. Kavanaugh trying to answer. And there's the box out till it goes out move by Justin Purcell.
That looked like a soccer move there, right? Next we'll see people flopping.
3:17 left in the third. Lake Stevens had it within 5 until Seaver Southern hit that triple. $15 on the shot clock. Austin. Jump stop for Purcell.
Oh.
Manis had hands on it, but McLaurin comes down with it.
He had both hands on it. I just couldn't hold on. I don't know why. Glacier Peak still in man.
Myers there
All
almost
night
got
long.
caught with a lazy pass. 12
Short.
seconds on the shot clock, and he just launches it. And a wrestling match by Manis and Pavitt going on.
That's going to go against Manis for a shove.
Pavitt.
That was on Trey Pavitt, his second.
I thought they were going to call against Manis.
2:25 left here in the third quarter. Up
Yes.
and in.
Way up. Purcell gets up by the rim there, let me tell you. A little bit higher and he'd be dunking that ball.
McLaurin, one-on-one. Tries to go underneath. Martin comes down with a big board. Pet's
weak
looking
side.
to push.
Hunter says slow it down.
Purcell back out. Martin for 3.
Nails
Yes.
38-25.
Glacier Peak starting to hit the big numbers here, and we're going to get a timeout on the
Mark
Vikings.
Hine must speak to his gentleman right away. 38-25. More after this. Just checking after these districts as you head into regionals, and the seedings go by a new RPI system. Glacier Peak sitting at number 9. Top 8 get a bye. Trey Pavitt trying to push one through, gets a nice rebound. Ryder Kavanaugh up top. Kavanaugh for 3.
Short.
And that's on McLaurin, I would believe, over the back of Bobby Martin.
I think you're right.
I'm going to have to say that's not a foul.
It's a foul. It's a foul. It just was from the other side.
Just seeing if you were paying attention there, Johnny Mac.
Body foul, yes, over the back.
There's no such thing as over the back.
You can jump entirely over someone. That's not a foul.
Southern.
Feeling
yes! Oh, it just hurts.
4 3 balls for Southern tonight. He's hot.
The boy wants a T-shirt. Pavitt from the other side. He answers.
Yes. Pavitt having a great night, though.
Trading threes. 37 seconds left to go in his third period. DP Paz inside.
Back door.
Oh, you don't see that very often.
If you haven't seen Hoosiers lately, here it is.
Classic ball.
12 for Martin from the Wizard.
And it was a bounce pass.
It was.
Jesse King in the ball game for Lake Stevens, along with McLaurin there. Back out to Kavanaugh. 12 seconds as we end the third period at 1-on-1. Ryder pulls up. Short. Petts, 3 seconds. The Wizard can't get it.
Oh, he was not happy about that one.
No, he had that. All he had to do was get it up in the box.
Yep.
We head to the fourth, 43-28.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Back here as you're seeing some replays here on STSPN. Purcell with the nifty work from inside the paint. Seaver Southern as we head into the fourth. Already debate now on our Lake Stevens Ace Hardware player of the game. Great Tom Lafferty down below doing a broadcast on KRKO. And we've got a third entry in, Justin Purcell, the player of the game and the last time these two played.
Hey, what about Bobby Martin? For all those rebounds, man.
I'm not going to debate it. It's a reasonable opinion, John.
Reasonable opinion.
There are a lot of
Plus,
choices
he's got
in
there's the hair factor.
Petts is controlling the game good. He hasn't scored any baskets tonight, though.
I think as we have played for a long time, you know, in our earlier lives, John more than others maybe, but we have a special appreciation for Austin Petts and just how he plays the game.
Oh, yes.
Don't they have to get through this quarter first?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. But it's nice to start the touch. Oh, a pass to no one. Kavanaugh comes back up with it. Wahlberg drives, finds an open McFerrin, but
Martin takes the charge.
Bobby Martin.
He's everywhere.
He really is. Averages 8.4 rebounds a game.
Oh, we got a little full court press going on here. Changing things up.
Vikings feeling the need for pressure here.
Immediately.
Austin sees 1 on 4. He says, okay.
Maybe not.
Manis back out. Can he do it? One more.
Oh,
McFerrin.
Oh, what's he called?
Gonna call McFerrin. Yep.
That looked like all ball to me.
Evan Manis tried to go high tower there and pick it off. But he'll get the foul.
And he would have if it wasn't for the sheriff.
3 fouls on the sophomore Evan Manis. 43-28, 6:59 left to go in this one. Kavanaugh, Pavitt. Boy, he gets deep into the key, hard to stop. Pets the other way to Purcell. Fake.
Nope.
Oh.
Too hard.
Run and gun, shoot.
Kick.
Inadvertent foot on the ball.
Trey Pavitt doing everything he can to keep Lake Stevens in this ball game.
Even throwing offensive fouls like that.
That's true. McFerrin out top, gets it to Ryder Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh, just 2 points this half.
A little quiet.
17 on the shot, but Kevin Erickson says too many steps, young man.
Shuffle off to Buffalo on that one.
There is a limit, and they enforce it in high school.
It's true. We saw 2 3-second calls today, and between last night and today. Yeah. Most I've seen in 10, 12 games.
That's because you got the good refs out now.
Manis drives hard.
Wow.
McFerrin, a long stare at the official, which I don't think was appreciated.
No. The best thing to do is smile.
And believe me, he's saying that, Johnny Mac, from experience. Foul goes on McFerrin. Manis misses that. Second on Markel.
It's okay to examine the referee's shirt. You just can't say anything to him.
Manis hits the second. 5 for Evan. GP students trying to keep it going. 14-point lead. Boy, Lake Stevens had it at 5 in the third quarter.
Yep, and then GP just poured it on.
It was Southern time with massive three-pointers. Here's Trey.
But it's not the offensive end that's winning it. It's the defensive end, right? They're just stopping Lake Stevens.
McFerrin hits a deep corner 3 ball.
11-point game here, 5:30 to go.
That'll send it to the bench. Mark Hine knows what he's doing. More after this.
When you shop at Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, you're not only find what you need, we make sure you get the help you need too. Hi, this is Gray Eaglestead, and I own Lake Stevens Ace Hardware with my wife, Christine.
We'll greet you at the door and answer any questions you have about what you need. We're all about serving our customers and our community.
We support local high school sports and many other Lake Stevens organizations and events throughout the year.
So the next time you need something for that job around the house and a little friendly advice, come see us.
Ace Hardware Lake.
5:27 left to go in this one. The senior Seaver Southard saw his older brother Tanner in the crowd.
That's a pick-me-up. Big bro watching.
During football, his older brothers, Brady and Tanner, saying that Seaver basketball is what he's best at. He had one heck of a football season as well.
He caught a few passes.
Over and done. And the Wizards fired up as Purcell finishes.
The defender turns his back, and the ball goes up. He doesn't even see it coming, right? You just have to watch the guy you're defending, and when he jumps, you got to jump too, right?
Who got that assist, Scott?
That is Austin Petz, the Wizard. He had 17 assists earlier, 15 in another game. He is so much fun to watch.
You want to play with a kid like that because that means you get to score.
That's why you like to play with me, John. I always gave you the ball.
Absolutely, Ron.
Petz averages 8 per game, and there's Southard still fighting. Oh, he's going to get called for it.
Yeah, I don't like those calls when they're both going for a loose ball. Kind of ought to let it go.
Manis takes a seat and getting a nice round of applause, as he should. Second foul on Seaver Southard. Uh-oh.
Oh, she might have got away with one there.
Looked like he went over and back, didn't it?
It looked like it to me. He's standing on one side and dribbling on the other side.
Noah Foreman, 25 there at the elbow in. The sophomore for Glacier Peak is Austin Petz.
Give it to him. Oh.
12 on the shot clock. 3 ball. Martin, dead center, rims off, and they're going to call a push-off on
Foreman,
McFerrin, it looks
McFerrin.
like.
Oh, wow.
As they'll head Foreman to the line as they're in the bonus. 1-1. 4th foul now on Markel McFerrin. Noah Foreman sinks it.
His first points of the night, isn't it?
It is the 6'3" sophomore. Derek Myers checks in for Lake Stevens. That one bounces out. Pavitt with another rebound. 4:14 left to go in this game. If the Vikings want to make a run, they got to start thinking about it. Trying to get into Pavitt. Hard to hold your ground there for the young Foreman.
Yeah, I mean, Pavitt does a good job of posting up, getting really wide, and he's really muscular.
Sinks it.
And he scored a lot of baskets tonight.
Yes, he has. 18 on my sheet.
The only thing he can really do is beat him to the block, right?
Try to front him if you want, but that's sometimes dangerous.
You'd have to bring somebody else down to front him, right? You'd have to, if you're guarding him, you have to stay behind him and have somebody help on the front side.
A lot of pressure by
swat by Pavitt.
Would have been a good time for a fake.
Always a good time for a fake.
Can they cut it to 10? Wahlberg's going to be
gonna try to do it from the line.
Austin's
Pets, huh?
3rd foul.
3:41 left, so lots of time.
Wyatt hits it, first tonight, 6'3" senior. Just 7 points as he misses that. For their star Ryder Kavanaugh, just a junior. Break the press.
Get the ball to the middle, does it every time, right?
$17 on the shot clock. 3:17 left to go in the game. 10 on the shot clock. Southard.
No.
Yes.
15 points, all on 3 balls for Seaver Southern tonight. And Petz with almost another steal there.
Oh, they
and
fouled
Petz is going to get called for another foul for being very active.
And now Austin, that's 4 on Petz. And 9th-year head coach Brian Hunter wants to have a meeting with the senior Petz. He kind of smiles and gives him a high five.
He hasn't gone very deep on the bench tonight. I think he's only played like 6 players.
Kavanaugh hits.
He's gone at least 70 because I
Front
see
end.
Bo Burns in. But
Yeah.
Yeah, Burns in. Who else?
Manis is in. Burns has been in.
Maybe 7.
9 now for Ryder Kavanaugh.
Noah Foreman.
Not for very many minutes.
No.
12-point lead, 50-38. They get it across into the front court. Myers, good defense there.
Trying to burn a little clock here, it looks like.
12 on the shot clock.
You should be.
6 on the shot clock. Martin Deuce.
Nice baseline jumper. Good pass from Petz. GP playing a little 4 corners there almost, right?
Yeah.
Those days are gone with the shot clock, but Martin
True.
with another board.
Deep pass, Southern.
Southern with a little cherry picking. Of course, he's a receiver. He's supposed to be downfield for those, right?
Yeah.
18 for the senior Seaver Southern. Austin Petz, just one of his favorite targets back after this.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Back here, big shout out, Todd Elvig, the 5-tool player, Sarah Elvig on camera. These guys, the crew been here. Last night we were here, and this is the 4th game broadcast on the interwebs here for STSPN. A little overtime here for the crew. We thank them.
We love them. 1:58 remaining in this ball game today.
Do we announce our Lake Stevens Ace Hardware Player of the Game?
I think you can.
Okay, Wallace can't connect, but he will head to the free throw line. And if that's on Petz,
nope.
It is. He's retired for the evening with 1:42 left.
Bo Burns. Back in.
Todd Weber is running the show down there, making sure he knows he's out.
Stops the clock with 1:42 left in the game. 54-38. Wallace.
Unable to get it to drop.
Yeah, cannot make them pay. Stay tuned after. We'll have our Lake Stevens Ace Hardware Player of the Game. Which we announced, the guy with the ball, Seaver Southern, the senior. And it's going to go.
Boy, that was a
what happened
call.
there?
It was a held ball.
He said it was a held ball. He didn't even slow the ball down when he spun around, though.
No, I think it was a quick call for a held ball.
Derek Myers, the Imberg to Wahlberg.
Seaver thought so, too. He wondered what was going on.
Pavitt, who's played so well tonight.
Now GP just got to be good with the ball, just take care of it.
Trying to burn some more clock here with a minute 16 left to go.
Got to use all the shot clock this point in the game. Score like this.
1:11 left in the game. 11 on the shot clock. Martin broken up by Wahlberg, but he stepped on the end line. Shot clock's at 7, game's at 1:05.
Set play from the baseline, Johnny. Are they going to score or not?
They should. All you have to do is execute. Just run the play like the coach showed you, and you should score.
4 on the shot clock. Southern, can he make it?
Yes.
6 threes? Yes, he can!
So, or you do that, Ron.
Or you do that. Right. And
21 for Seaver Southern, our Lake Stevens Ace Hardware player of the game. 42 seconds left.
Just take care of it.
The Vikings head on. Now they head to the losers bracket. Their game, I believe, on the 14th. You have to check the WescoAthletics.com website. There's a turnover. Bo Burns.
27 seconds here for this game to run loose.
6 triples
Yeah,
for Mr. Southern.
I'll tell you what, his percentage tonight was a lot higher than 35%. I think it's more like 70% tonight.
Kavanaugh deep, tough shot in his grill. Again, great defense there by Southern. 11 seconds. This should do it.
And that would be it.
57-38. Our final, Glacier Peak moving on to the championship. District 1 championship against the Moreau Bearcats. But stay tuned. We'll have our Lake Stevens Ace Hardware player of the game right after this.
When you shop at Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, you not only find what you need, we make sure you get the help you need too. Hi, this is Gray Eaglestead, and I own Lake Stevens Ace Hardware with my wife, Christine.
We'll greet you at the door and answer any questions you have about what you need. We're all about serving our customers and our community.
We support local high school sports and many other Lake Stevens organizations and events throughout the year.
So the next time you need something for that job around the house and a little friendly advice, come see us.
Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, we are the helpful hardware folks.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Waiting for Seaver Southern, our Lake Stevens Ace Hardware player of the game. Seaver, do you like triple lattes? You had 6 from beyond the arc tonight, 21 points. There's a lot of choices. You told me before the season, watch out for us. We're going to be good. Tell us about tonight.
It's just the whole team effort. Our whole team is good. Our whole team puts in work and practice all week. We just play hard until the end, and we work all together. We just work well together. We win.
Bobby Martin comes in. Bo Burns, Nick Bates. The whole team comes in.
I wouldn't get it if I was.
They're heading to the championship, Seaver. Now, you also told me that Coach Hunter, he doesn't give everybody the green light, but as we've known you since you were a youngster, the minute you walk inside the gym, you're always open from 3.
I wouldn't get it if it wasn't for my team. That's all. That's the only reason I get it. I wouldn't get it if it wasn't.
Okay, I'm going to ask Purcell. You got it last time. Lake Stevens, you liked him. Is he always this humble?
Of course he is. It's Seaver. He is. He's never nervous. He's never scared. He asked us if we're nervous. He's never nervous.
Seaver wanted a T-shirt. The Lake Stevens. Hold this up. Look at the camera. Do what you've done in football. Also, your brothers here, your family. Seaver Southern, our Lake Stevens Ace Hardware player of the game. Congratulations. We'll see you on the 16th. Back up to Johnny Mack and Ron Henthorn.
Well done down there, Scott, baby. You had the whole team down there with a big player of the game interview there with Seaver. Seaver with 20 points. Man, John, what did you think of that output?
Yeah, it was amazing. Seaver had a fabulous game, played really well on defense. The coach asked him to do a lot of different things, right? Sometimes he has to be the point guard, sometimes he's the off guard. He does have the green light from beyond the arc, and he took every opportunity tonight.
He did do that, and he was assisted quite well there from the rest of his teammates. Justin Purcell for 17, Bobby Martin for 14. to help hold that game down. So a tough loss for the Vikings, but they're not out of it yet. They're going on to the losers bracket and play. When do the losers bracket play again?
I think it's the 14th on Valentine's Day, but I could be incorrect. I think it's at the higher seed, but I have to check that. What did I miss? Finally got back up here.
Just did a quick wrap up of the high scores there for Glacier Peak tonight, and I didn't have Trey's total numbers for the Vikings. He was a big scorer tonight. What do you?
I had him for 19. Trey Pavitt, the senior, but Glacier Peak. You talk to Brian Hunter, he'll always talk to you about defense and who they got to shut down. And Kavanaugh got off on the second half, mostly in the third, late fourth quarter when they played earlier this year, and he had 20 against them. He's going to look at this game. He said, holding Ryder Kavanaugh to 9 points. He averages 22 plus a game.
Yeah, he was unable to light the fire tonight.
And that's a good, solid point for a good basketball team to pick out the player they need to shut down. And you shut down one, and maybe the other one doesn't get all shut down, but it makes a difference. If they'd shut down Purcell, if they'd shut down Southern, if they'd shut down Bobby Martin, it's been a whole different ball game for the Vikings tonight.
And we should note that on KRKO 1380, broadcasting this game, Austin Pett's their player of the game, and he's deserving. So is he not fun to watch or what?
Absolutely. Yeah, he's a ton of fun to watch. I mean, can you imagine being that quick? Right? And then you can watch him play, too. He is having fun.
A blast.
Right? Yeah, he's having a great time.
I love the kid fouls out. He's the player of the game.
Yep.
If we kept track of assists, though, he'd be player of the game almost every game.
You're right.
That's why Seaver's got big shots. That's why Purcell's got big points. So he's out there doing it.
Well, if you're Glacier Peak, it's revenge time. They dropped one at Monroe. The Bearcats took it to them, and so now that's who they're going to face to see if they can win a Wesco 4A championship. It'd be their first because it's their first year in the 4A.
That's right.
They're playing some tall boys on that Monroe team out there.
You got Davidson. You have Cody Kyle, who's 6'7", 6'4", 6'5", front line, a big front line. And then you have a dynamic guard. So they are playing also extremely hot right now. So that's going to be a tough test as you look at the Glacier Peak Grizzlies celebrate. But boys, as usual, it's been fun. I don't know if we'll see it at Everett Community College on Thursday night. Come on by. Always welcome.
We'd love to do it.
We'll see. John might be riding the bike. We don't know. But
for
the five-tool player, Todd Elvig. Sarah Elvig doing an awesome job as usual on camera. Ron the Wedge Henthorn. Johnny Mack.
In the house.
Scott Ohsman here. 57-38. Glacier Peak on top. You've been watching 4A Wesco boys basketball all day long and tonight, only on STSPN. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.